Oh, we're live. What's happening? Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to this week's live. It's Friday. It's 1:20, and I have had quite the hectic week. I feel like I say that every single week. I feel like I've been saying that every single week for the better part of the last 3+ years that we've been going live. And here we are, much to share, much to update you on, and a lot of new info. Last week, obviously, we rolled out some newness, the red light therapy, the zero gravity recliner, covers for the Sound Lounge 1 and the Sound Lounge 3. Rolling out 6 or 7 new products in a week is not advisable, but our team is on it, and those listings will get better and better. The product descriptions will get better and better, and I am so grateful to be here. Container 4 arrived last week. Container 5, we now have confirmation when it will be loaded and completed at our factory and ready to ship to us. So that's exciting. I'll have that information here shortly. Another week is behind us, a powerful week ahead, and a huge thank you to all that have pre-ordered your red light, and so much interest that we have in the inHarmony Zero Gravity Recliner. This thing is awesome, and we were able to showcase it this past weekend at Brain Camp, the Brain Tap annual gathering in New Bern, North Carolina. And I got to spend some time with our manufacturer, and wow, what an amazing product, and a nice upgrade from what we've currently done. Our Sound Lounge line is great. Our Practitioner tuned massage table line and cushion lines, obviously fantastic. This adds a whole other level, and we'll have a lot more on that. Couple great days in the studio, shooting a ton of amazing content, and there is a lot that is coming our way and your way. Our factories have been nonstop, and it is not a summer break for us in any way, shape, or form. We are bringing a whole lot of newness your way. I will have inventory updates, delivery updates on our new products probably next week. I'm still pulling together a couple different things from our various manufacturers, and that will get that information going. So thank you for plugging in, for staying up to date, and for being here with me. I have had an unbelievable 7 days of travel. I left last Wednesday on a red eye for New Bern, North Carolina. I then came straight back and went right in on Tuesday morning to the World Massage Festival. Talk about both of those as we get down to our events. And then, of course, the big news, Container 4 arrived and is included in the inventory I'm going to go through just in just a moment. And, of course, Container number 5 scheduled to depart on August 18th for arrival here in the States, probably September 15th. And again, as we get vessel dates and exact timing, I'll be able to update that accordingly. But at least we got a little bit of certainty as to when that's going to happen and when that will depart. Our factories are doing everything they can to get this out as quickly as humanly possible. And if we can beat that August 18th vessel date, we will. And if we can beat that September 15th delivery date, we will. I will update the product pages accordingly. And it's a very exciting time. Inventory in our warehouse. We have 92 inHarmony Sound Lounge 3s left, 0 inHarmony Sound Lounge 1s. We've been on back order now for a few months. We have 14 pre-ordered, and container number 5 has an ETA of September 15th, which I'm super excited about. We're down to 26 inHarmony massage tables. We have 0 inHarmony Practitioner 2s, 19 pre-ordered. It's been a huge hit over the last week or two. And of course, container 5 has an ETA of September 15th. We have 280 black inHarmony meditation cushions, 93 beige inHarmony meditation cushions, 82 gray fabric inHarmony meditation cushions. We have 1,087 inHarmony headphones, 925 eye masks, and we've got a few of our cushions with no electronics. And again, I will add, once I have a better ETA, I'll add pre-order numbers and inventory numbers for our new products here in the next week or so. The big story, Container 4 arrived and delivered. We have received it. 3 of you received your Practitioner 2s that were sent on July 1st. Those were delivered July 9th, rather, so over the last couple of weeks. So those were in and delivered, which is very exciting. And our exact contents of Container 5 are unknown. However, the directive we've asked our factory to fulfill on is as many Practitioner 2s and Sound Lounge 1s as possible. It's usually a couple hundred units total. So we'll see based on the size of the box and what they can get in there. I'm expecting at least 50 of each. and we'll build on it from there. But I will have that purchase order and that container contents order updated hopefully in the next 2 weeks before it ships. And obviously, as we get close, things go into quality control. That's when we have a much better idea of the exact contents of container number 5. So many of you waiting for your pre-orders, and I am grateful. This is the best place for you to get updates. But as always, if you have any questions, you can send us an email, shoot me a text message, send us a message in our user group on Telegram or in the affiliate group if you're looking on behalf of one of your clients. So we do our best to keep everybody up to date and keep everybody in the know on what we're doing and be as transparent as possible. And that's exactly what this live is all about. inHarmony Media, 233 music meditations in the inHarmony Music Meditations app as of this recording. The most recent 852 and multiple durations are live and fabulous. 963 is next. I spoke to Anthony earlier this week, and I think it'll be done this week. We'll see. Fingers crossed if it can get done in the next 24 hours or so. Otherwise, it will absolutely release next week. This is something that so many of you are looking at. I've personally been spending a lot of time listening to and enjoying our original Solfeggio frequency music, mainly 174 hertz. My body is aligned. What a powerful music meditation. I absolutely love it. If you haven't listened to it in a while, highly recommend it. That's what we were running our demos in New Bern, because it's a brain tap music meditation, and it's available in their app. 204 music meditations available in the brain tap app that harmonize both inHarmony and brain tap technology. So I highly recommend taking a look at that. And we'll mention Vision Espresso and Positive Prime here as we talk about our partners. On the inHarmony science and research front, we did have a new practitioners paper that went up, a study that we just put up on the first handful of folks that responded to that study. And those 2 pilot programs are off to the races. We're taking new submissions when it comes to our pre and post, the largest vibroacoustic study done to date, which I'm excited to be making headway on. And of course, so many of you as practitioners are talking about the benefits that we're having with your clients as well. And we just put together our first report on our first handful of submissions that we received on that front. So we got a lot of good things coming from a science and research perspective. We just submitted our first literary review for to be documented and printed in a medical journal. So that's exciting. It's going to take a few months for that to happen, but there's a lot happening on the science and research front. The inHarmony certification course is still in the works. Admittedly, I've been spread pretty thin and have not spent a whole lot of time in my home studio. I expect that to change in the month of August, and I'm super excited to get this out to you as well. I do want to bring your attention to 2 partnerships that have been full steam ahead. Obviously, our partnership with BrainTap goes without saying, but a new partnership with Vision Espresso. And Vision Espresso creates a vision that is cast in your voice that is played back to you. And I listen to mine all the time. We have a powerful partnership with Nico and his team. I'm heading down to Phoenix, Arizona next week, Scottsdale. And this Vision Espresso is unbelievably powerful. I just got my updated version on July 21st. I've listened to it 21 times in 10 days. It is something that I absolutely love. I'm super excited about it. We're putting together what we're calling the first sip, which will be a generic Vision Espresso available in the inHarmony app. I expect to have that going in the next week or so. And then, of course, I'm heading down to create a ton of content, shoot a podcast, sit on a panel, and talk about the power of sound and vibration and its application to what Vision Espresso is doing. And we are all in. I love the founder. I love the process. I love the product. And I love what it's done for me. And I want each and every one of you to experience it as well. Yet another way inHarmony Media and inHarmony Interactive can be complemented and stacked with other modalities and other amazing entrepreneurs doing incredible things. So I'm super pumped on that. And then Positive Prime. Positive Prime is all about positive psychology, and Kim Serafani down in Australia has been a big part of our affiliate group and our expansion, and she's coming with her entire team for an event that's going to be happening. They're calling it the Positive Prime Summit, and that's coming up in November in Massachusetts, and we are excited to be there in full force. We'll talk about that as we get down into our events. I just got back from New Bern, North Carolina, which is the headquarters of BrainTap, and they had a practitioners training. About 150 or so of their practitioners were there. And I think it's safe to say inHarmony stole the show. Incredible vendors, incredible drop-in. We had a ton of fun. And what this weekend was really all about for me was obviously sharing the combination of a BrainTap headset and inHarmony technology, something I don't get to talk about very often, but it is a very powerful pairing. That BrainTap headset does wonders for brainwave entrainment, for holding and guiding your brain into different brainwave states. And then our music meditations also drive inHarmony technology. So inHarmony. So you're listening to both devices at the same time, and it's a 1 + 1 = 3. And this was a really powerful event. We got to stack the Avicen with the Align Mat, which is PEMF crystal therapy and infrared heat, was on our inHarmony Zero Gravity recliner. We had folks with their hand in the Avicen, which is a class 2 medical device designed to improve your circulation. We even paired it with obviously a BrainTap and the Avant laser, which is, I believe it's a class 3 laser, very powerful red light. Unbelievable the content that we got. Those reels are taking off. We got a ton of views on Instagram. And that's what happens when you lock a bunch of amazing technologies in a room. We weren't actually locked in the room, but we're just sitting there offering demos, talking to the practitioners. And then it was like, hey, how many of these modalities can we stack together? And what does that look like? So head over to our Instagram and take a look at some of the reels that we've pieced together. Dr. Patrick Porter, Dr. Howard Cohn, and a few others that got on that technology and that combination, not to mention, obviously, the staff that was running that event, and a series of reels that we posted live from that event that I think are really powerful, and I'm excited to point your attention towards. I came back Tuesday morning, and I went straight into the World Massage Festival. And I've been spending more and more time in the massage therapy world, immersing myself in it. And I got to tell you, I absolutely love it. Most importantly, and at the forefront of all of that, is the enhancement of hands-on bodywork and massage therapy with sound and vibration, the integration. Huge shout out to Kate Holloman. Kate has been a huge proponent of what we're doing. Another huge shout out to the Spa Ninjas, Katie Bell and her crew, which were also set up there. The collaboration around inHarmony and our technology, the teaching, the education, the courses that are now incorporating vibrational bodywork, inHarmony vibrational bodywork into it is absolutely incredible. And this is something that Anthony, myself, Dom, we are all in on. The amount of benefit and value to enhance your hands-on bodywork and massage therapy with sound and vibration, it needs to be talked about, needs to be promoted. And this is something that I'm unbelievably excited about. So that was really powerful. That was a whirlwind over here at the Horseshoe Casino. And I don't know how many people were there, but our booth was humming. When they weren't in class and they weren't getting CE credits, our booth was busy. And it was a very powerful weekend for inHarmony. And a huge shout out again to Kate and Tiffany. And it was just really powerful. Everybody that was there, absolutely incredible. I'm off for a little bit of a retreat. I'm heading up to Lake Tahoe Sunday to Tuesday with my EO forum. And then on Friday, I am headed down to Scottsdale, Arizona to meet with AI Surfer and the Vision Espresso team. We're going to be creating a ton of content, shooting a podcast, sitting on a panel. There are some really good things that are going to come out of that weekend, and a more in-depth look at Vision Espresso while we get a few things in order on our website, our partner page, and all of that will be ready to shine by next weekend. I come back, and August 20th, we are doing take 2 of Why Stress and Anxiety Are Killing You. And this was a very well-attended webinar that we did just a week and a half ago, I believe, on the 28th of July. And we have so much new information. We learned so much of what we could do better that we're running it back again. And if you attended then, I still think you're going to love attending this time. There's a lot of newness that we're pouring in, new slides, new information, better information, in my opinion, with stuff that we had left out. So we're running it back again on August 20th. This time we're doing it on a Wednesday. We're doing it at 12 noon. It'll still be about an hour and a half, so you can plan for that. If you do register, you will get the recording as well as the slide deck and the linked materials. So I'm excited to get all of that out. We will be running specials. We will have gifts for those that are in attendance. Last time we raffled off an inHarmony Black meditation cushion, and we're going to be doing that again. So not only do you need to register, but you need to show up, you need to be there, you need to be paying attention. There will be a quiz at the end. And for those of you that participate, we'll be raffling off an inHarmony meditation cushion. We got one other gift that we're going to send out to you that we're going to keep under our cuff for now. Super excited about that. After that, I'm off to Burning Man for what is my favorite vacation of the year and one that is much needed. This summer has been a sprint, and I am excited to get away for a little while and hang out in the dust. I got a chapter retreat for EO Las Vegas that's coming up in September, and then I'm off to Austin for the Body Party, which if you're not familiar with the Body Party, or if you have any interest, it's basically a 12 or 18-hour event. It's 30 attendees and 30 body workers, and all of the attendees are rotating from body worker to body work, modality to modality. There's some that are in the water. There's some that are on vibroacoustic tables. There are some that are hanging and standing. And inHarmony, our inHarmony massage table is a part of that event. This is something that Anthony has been DJing and providing music for the last 3 or 4 of them. It's widely well attended by some influential folks, and I am excited to go down there and experience it. That is on September 24th. I'm quite certain they still have tickets. It is an expensive event. However, it is the premiere. I don't know if there's another event like this. So if you do have any interest, please reach out to me. I'm happy to put you in touch with the founder and organizer. October 15th is EO Alchemy down in Scottsdale. I don't think I'm going to make that. It is the same time as SciCon happening here in Vegas, and I think I'm going to opt to stay there and hang out with one of our biggest affiliates, Dr. James Leatham from Advanced Wellness and Pain, who's coming into town. We have the Inc. 5000 Gala and Conference that's going to be coming up also in October. And then the beginning of November, we're all flying out to Massachusetts, and we are going to have a full force experience for Positive Prime Summit. That's what's going on. I'm grateful. I'm off to go record a podcast. I hope y'all have a spectacular Friday. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your tags, your shares, subscribing, and thanks for being here. I hope you have an absolutely spectacular day.